You know what most people never realize? Success doesn't come from motivation. It comes from discipline. Because motivation fades, discipline stays. Anyone can feel excited on day 1, but day 30, day 90, that's where most people quit. And that's where you're going to win. Because if you're serious about changing your life, you've got to get serious about keeping your word to yourself. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. And every time you make that decision, especially when you don't feel like it, you are sculpting the strongest version of yourself. You want to get fit? It's not one insane workout. It's showing up after a bad day. It's pushing through soreness. It's choosing the stairs when nobody's watching. You want to build a business? It's not about one viral post. It's cold emails at midnight. It's fixing what's broken. It's doing the boring stuff brilliantly. Discipline is the bridge between the life you have and the life you want. And if you want that life, the life where you feel proud of how you show up, then you need to develop the most valuable trait on earth: consistency without emotion. People say they want success, but they forget what success costs. It costs your excuses. It costs your comfort zone. It costs your old story, the one where you never follow through. You can't hold on to who you were and become who you're meant to be. Read that again. You can't hold on to who you were and become who you're meant to be. The truth? You're not going to feel like it every day. You're not going to want to show up. But that's where greatness is built. Not in comfort, not in hype, but in discipline. You don't become unstoppable by feeling good every day. You become unstoppable by doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it. You don't need to go 100 miles an hour today. You just need to keep the promise. That's it. One promise. Do the workout. Make the call. Show up early. Speak up. Say no. Say yes. Whatever your promise is, honor it. Not because it's easy, but because your future depends on it. Real growth doesn't come in grand gestures. It comes in the moment where you say, "I'm tired, but I'm still going." It comes in the moment when your mind tells you to quit, and you answer back, "Not today." There's going to be days where you want to quit. That's part of it. There's going to be days where your mind tells you, "It's not working. It's not worth it. You're not good enough." But those are the exact moments you keep going. Those are the reps that matter. Because every time you show up, you prove to yourself that you're not like the rest. You're not just interested, you're committed. And commitment is everything. Commitment is what carries you through the storm. Commitment is what holds you together when the motivation disappears. You think people at the top just had it easy? They didn't. They mastered showing up when it wasn't convenient. They stopped negotiating with laziness. They showed up without applause. They built discipline in the dark. They became who they were meant to be long before anyone clapped for them. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for a sign. They made a decision. And they followed through. That's the difference. That's the separator. That's what turns average into elite. So here's your challenge. Starting today, you decide who you're going to be. The disciplined version of you is already inside. It's the one that wakes up early, that sticks to the plan, that builds the body, the mindset, the business, that leads the family, that lives with fire. You don't find discipline, you practice it. And the more you practice, the more unstoppable you become. It's a muscle. You train it every time you say yes to progress and no to weakness. You want self-esteem, earn it through self-respect. And self-respect is built one disciplined decision at a time. Forget balance. Forget waiting for the right time. Forget how tired you are. Get up and keep going. Do it scared. Do it tired. Do it imperfectly. Just do it. Because the only way to become the person you dream about is by proving it in your actions. Every single day. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be consistent. That's the cheat code. Show up. Stay focused. Keep going. And the results will compound. There are no shortcuts. There's no secret hack. There's only work. But if you can master the discipline to show up when it's hard, you can do anything. And when people ask you how you did it, tell them the truth. I didn't stop. Not once. Not when it was raining. Not when I failed. Not when they laughed. Not when I doubted myself. I didn't stop. And because I didn't stop, I grew. I changed. I transformed. Success is not a feeling. Success is not hype. Success is a habit of doing what others won't, of pushing through discomfort, of choosing growth over ease. If you want to win in life, You need to love the process more than the praise. You need to train your mind to love the hard days, because that's where the edge is. That's where your competitors quit. That's where you separate yourself. And that's where legends are built. So if you're tired of starting over, stop quitting. If you're tired of watching others win, start working like you mean it. If you want to change your life, stop waiting to feel ready. Just begin. Begin scared. Begin uncertain. Begin unprepared. But begin. And then keep going. Because the longer you stay committed, the more unrecognizable your life will become. One day, you're going to look back at who you used to be, and you'll barely recognize that version. That person who made excuses, who skipped workouts, who delayed dreams, they'll be gone. Replaced by someone disciplined, focused, powerful. And it all starts now. One choice, one step, one disciplined decision. You already know what needs to be done. So stop waiting, get to work, and don't stop.